What's up gamers, Chaos here. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over Yelan. This is a character that is looking very cool, looking very meta, probably. She's very good, and I'm just going to be going over all the abilities, all the materials, just everything you need to know. This is not going to be a build video. I will release a build video later on, but for now, this is just going over her kit and her materials. So starting off with her materials, I'm just going to put an image right here for everything you need. First of all, this is everything you need to triple crown her and level 90 here. So you may need less than this, but this is just the maximum amount of stuff you'll need. So first of all, you're going to need 419 Heroes Wits, 7,043,400 Mora. That is of course, the maximum amount you'll need. You're probably going to need less, especially if you're not level 90ing her. But it is going to be very good to level 90 this character. And I'll get into that in a second. But you're going to need the Hydro Crystals, as always, because she is a Hydro character. You're going to need 46 of the Runic Fangs. Now, these drop from the new Serpent boss. He's in the underground of the chasm. If you go here to the underground mines, he's over here. He's a little hard to get to because the chasm is pretty complicated. But if you just start exploring it from now, you'll be able to get to it and start farming it pretty much immediately. So you're gonna need 46 of those. That'll take you about 4 days of resin to get all of those. 36 of the gray insignias for the treasure hoarders, 96 of the green insignias, and 129 of the blue insignias. These are drops from the Fatui. Actually, I don't know why I said treasure hoarders. So just go farm all the Fatuis. There's a lot actually in the underground chasm, so make sure to go down there. There's a few farming spots down there. But if you've been playing for a while, you probably have a lot of these, and you'll probably just need to craft them into the higher materials if you don't already have those. Next, you're going to need Star Conches. I believe this is the second character that uses these, so if you've been playing since the beginning and you've explored the little beach area in Leeway, you'll probably have a bunch of these. But if you had Child, if you pulled on Child and leveled them up, you might not have a lot, because Child is also another character that uses these. So basically, I'm going to show you guys where you can find these, but you can find them around this area here in Yaoguang Shoal. I don't know if I said that right, but you'll just find them along this beach. You'll also find it along this coast. There's actually a pretty high amount of them over here, and you can also find a couple in Guyunstone Forest. It'll take you a couple refreshes to get these, or if you have some friends, which I know not all of us do, you can join their world, or you could just join any random and just ask them if you can take their conches. But next, for the talent books, you're going to need these. I don't know what they're called. Let me check really quick. They are called, I do have a nice amount of them, the Guide to Prosperities and the Teachings and the Philosophies. These are from the domain in Leeway. They are on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Of course, everything's on Sunday. So make sure to start farming these. This is to triple crown, so you'll probably need less. And if you just divide everything here by 3, you'll have the amount needed for each single talent to crown it. And then, speaking of crowning, you're going to need 18 Gilded Scales. Now, these are from Age to Hunt. This is actually pretty weird, because normally, when a new character drops, they usually use the materials of the newest weekly boss. But I guess since she's a Leeway character, we're going back and using Age to Hunt materials, which is cool. The only characters I think that use this material are Kazuha and Sayu, I think. So you may have a lot of these if you've been playing since around like May of 2021, where Age to Hunt did come out. So you may need to use your solvents on the other materials if you don't have enough of these yet. And of course, there's 3 crowns. That's just gonna be the same for all the characters. So that's if you want to completely max her out. She's your favorite character, which I can see that being for a lot of people, because she has some really cool abilities and animations. Speaking of abilities, let's get into her kit. So first, she has, we're going to get into her stat progression, first of all. At level 90, she has 14,450 HP, which is actually pretty good for the archer characters. They usually don't have that much, but it is really good. The base attack is a little bit on the lower side. As you can see, we have 244 which is, you know, not that good, but it doesn't matter since this character primarily scales off of HP. And her Ascension stat is going to be crit rate. You're going to get a nice 24.2%, which is very good. I love it when characters scale off of crit rate. It makes them very easy to build. And yeah, so her normal attacks is going to be called a Stealthy Bow Shot. You're going to have 4 normal attacks. It's pretty simple. Now, what's interesting is she does have a unique charge attack. So basically, when you're aiming, it'll accumulate on the arrowhead, and it's going to deal hydro damage like all the other characters. But additionally, Yelan will enter a breakthrough state after spending 5 seconds off field. Now, what this breakthrough state is her charged aim shot will have 80% decreased charge shot time. So it'll be like C6 Ganyu, if you don't what that does. And it'll scale off of Yelan's HP. As you can see here, at talent level 10, the breakthrough barb damage does 20% for max HP, which is a lot. That is a lot of damage. So if you do want to do a Yelan main DPS, that could work. And even if you're using her as a support, every 5 seconds you could swap off, or every 5 seconds you could swap onto Yelan and do that charge shot and do a lot of damage. So she'll be very good sub DPS, and she'll also be pretty good as a main DPS. Now, getting into her E, this is my favorite part of her kit, which is going to be the Lingering Lifeline. Now, basically what this E is it says it fires off a lifeline that tracks her in a rapidly entangling and marking opponents along its path. When her rapid movement ends, the lifeline will explode, dealing hydro damage to the marked opponents based on your line's max HP. So this is a little bit weirdly written. So basically what it does is if you tap the E, you'll just move and do a quick explosion on any enemies that you've tagged. But basically, if you hold it, you're gonna turn into this really cool like ghost mode that runs really fast, and you're gonna be able to run through enemies and tag them with the lifeline. And then when they explode, it's gonna deal a lot of damage, and they're gonna explode towards you. So it's pretty good for grouping up some enemies. And basically, in this skill, you can be hit, but you won't be knocked back, which is pretty cool. Additionally, each opponent marked by the lifeline, when it explodes, it gives her a 34% chance to obtain breakthrough. So if you do that through a couple enemies, you're going to be getting basically a guaranteed breakthrough shot for your Yelan. So that's going to be some pretty good damage. As you can see here, the modifiers for the skill are very good. You get 40% max HP for the skill damage at ground level, which is very good. The max duration for holding is 3 seconds, which is not that long, but you won't need it that much. And the cooldown is 10 seconds, which is pretty good. Then we got her burst, which is going to be called the Death Clarion Dice. Now, basically, what this burst does is basically Xingqiu's Rain Swords. It's pretty much the same, except this is power creeped. So it is going to be a lot better, and when we get into her passives, you're going to see why. So basically what this does is she deals AoE damage, so it's going to do a quick little explosion, which the animation looks really cool, and it creates an Exquisite Throw. Now what this Exquisite Throw is basically Xingqiu's Rain Swords. Every time you normal attack, it's going to shoot water beams at the enemy you attack, and it'll also occur each time Yelan's lifeline explodes and hits opponents. It's not just limited to the normal attacks, so if you're running through the enemies with her lifeline, which is her E, it's gonna proc them on, I think, all of them, but I'm not sure. We're still gonna have to see that later when she releases. What's cool about her Rain Swords, in quotation mark, is how much damage they do, because they do scale on max HP. All of her abilities scale on max HP, which makes her really good. They're going to be doing almost like double, if not like a lot more, than Xingqiu's damage. So if you just stack HP on her, I imagine good builds will include like 2-piece Millith and then 2-piece Heart of Depth or 2-piece Gladiator or something like that. But basically, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. The duration is 15 seconds and the cooldown is 18, so there's only going to be 3 seconds of downtime, which is pretty good, and the energy cost is 70, which is lower than Xingqiu, so that's very good as well. So we're starting to see why this character is a power-crept version of Xingqiu. Now we get into the passive. So the first one isn't too special. She gains 25% more rewards when dispatched on a Libe expedition for 20 hours, so that's pretty cool. And then her second passive is like Yunjin's passive, where basically when the party has 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 different elemental types, her max HP will increase by 6%, 12%, 18%, or 13%. So basically, you're going to want to have a diverse party. You're not going to want to have just 2 types of elements in your whole party. So basically, the more elements you have, the more damage she does. And now, the thing that makes her absolutely broken is her third passive, called Adapt with Ease. So, what this skill does is, so long as an exquisite throw is in play, which is her burst, your own active character deals 1% more damage. This increases by a further 3.5% damage every second, and this goes up to 50%. So potentially your character can be doing 50% more damage just with her burst being active. That is insane. That is like one of the biggest damage buffs we've seen since like Kazuha and maybe Raiden for characters bursts. But this is going to be insane. Unless if she gets nerfed, this character will be a must pull. You have to get this character. I mean, you don't have to, but if you're interested in like the meta and stuff, you really should be getting this character. And even if you're not, her abilities look really cool. The animations are really clean, and her character design is just cool. So, I don't know. I'm really hoping I'm gonna get this character. I'm on 50-50, so hopefully I do get her, because I am saving for Kazuha, and I don't want to spend all my funds on her. But I might have to. Hey guys, Editing Chaos here. So in the middle of editing, the constellations got changed. I know, it's very strange. So I'm just going to be going over the new constellation changes. So basically, the first constellation, you're going to get another charge of your E, which is pretty cool. It's going to increase the uptime of it to double, basically. And the downtime will be around 4 seconds, so that's pretty good. When Exquisite Throw conducts a coordinated attack, it will fire an additional water arrow that will deal 20% of Yelan's max HP as Hydra damage. So that's just another arrow for your burst, so that's pretty cool. You're going to get a lot more damage with that, so that's a pretty good constellation. But this effect can only trigger once every 2.8 seconds, so it's not the best. But it's still pretty good. It's still going to increase the damage. Her third talent is her third constellation, just increases your E by 3 levels. And then the fourth one increases all party members' max HP by 10% for 25 seconds for every opponent marked with the E. So basically, and a maximum of 40% max HP can be attained in this manner. So this will be very good with like a Hu Tao team or like any other character that scales with HP. So you'll just walk through all the enemies with your E and then get the Lifeline tagged on them, which will increase your max HP for every opponent by 10%. Her fourth increases her burst by 3, which will be really good. And her final constellation, after using Depth Clarion Dice, her burst, Yelan will enter a Mastermind state. So basically, when you're in this state, her normal attacks will be stronger breakthrough barbs. These breakthrough barbs will have its normal abilities, and the damage that will be dealt are considered charge attack damage, dealing 130% of normal damage. So the Mastermind state also lasts for 20 seconds and will be cleared after Yelan fires 6 arrows. This just turns her into a straight up DPS. This is insane. Every normal attack after her burst is considered a charge shot and will be dealing 130% of the normal charge shot damage. So it'll be insane. It's just going to be, imagine Ganyu, but her normal attacks turn into her charge attacks. I don't think it's going to be that strong, of course, but maybe it'll be even stronger. We don't know yet. We don't know if she's going to get nerfed or not. This is very early on. But so far, this character is going to be insane. She's going to be really strong in the meta. She looks really cool. Her abilities are really cool. So in my opinion, this character is a must pull, and everyone should be saving their primos to get her. I mean, maybe people are wishing on the current updates banners, which are Ayato, Venti, and Ayaka. I did personally wish for Ayato because he looks really cool, but I feel like all these banners that we're getting before Yelan are bait banners so that people can spend all their primos and then not have anything for Yelan. So make sure to save some primos because this character is going to be probably the best character we've had since Raiden. And that's just, take with that what you will. So that's basically going to be the end of the video. I will be covering her in more depth, doing more guides and stuff in the future. But for now, this is what we know about the character. Of course, there is gameplay for her, but I will not be showing that because, of course, I'm not allowed to. You can look that up if you want to and see how cool her animations are because, oh boy, they are really cool. But that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little overview of her kit and what you need to prepare. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, like, join the Discord server, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.